Welcome to City TV's High School Game of the Week. From Lou House, along with Rufus Washington, I'm Lou Stowers for the quick pregame show. Hawthorne Cougars had a very forgettable year taking on the Leuzinger Olympians, who had a memorable year, and they're both starting over.
They're both starting over. Hawthorne's coming in on a nice 5-game run, 3 up, 2 down. The 2 they went down, they were leading going into the fourth quarter. So we can expect something good for them. Coach Barbaz's team, they've had 48 hours to regroup from a tough loss to Lawndale.
But I like the way that the Olympians took on the Cardinals and really hung in there.
Oh, they absolutely did. They made the Cardinals work for everything, but in the end, they still walked out having been bitten by the Cardinals.
Now here to talk about the Hawthorne Cougars is Egidio DeLeo. And Egidio, the Cougars are being led by Ricky Bryant and a new head coach.
Ricky Bryant and new head coach Gray for the Hawthorne Cougars. Ricky Bryant leads the team in rebounds, points, assists, and steals. It used to be Brian Ross the last game we did. He was the team leader. Now Ricky Bryant has taken the helm, and he's leading this offense along. Ricky Bryant with Brian Ross should be a threat in this game tonight.
Ricky Bryant and Patrick Washington, looking forward to seeing those two Cougars.
Oh, absolutely. And, of course, we know Patrick from football season as well as Brian Ross, and they are the leaders of this team. So it'll be interesting to see. And I know they're feeling better about things now that things have started to turn around Coach Gray's way.
Now to talk about the Olympians is Sebastian Spencer. And Sebastian, Devontae Carr is the leader of this team, also Abner as well.
Abner and Devontae Carr, both of these guys been very influential in the Olympians' first strides in this beginning season, but coming off that tough loss at Lawndale, looking to make things a little bit better tonight for their home opener, so we'll see if they can keep it going.
Now, Rufus, with so much change in both of these teams in different ways, is it an uphill battle for both of them this year?
Well, it's been an uphill battle so far, but they both have been, they now are priming themselves for league season. Bay League and the Ocean League respectively, but this is one last chance to have a nice little crosstown war.
Rashawn Haylock, how do you see this game?
Hey, you see the pride on the shooting shirts for Leuzinger. They'll be playing with a lot of that tonight. They took that last loss against Lawndale the other night that we did a couple of nights ago across town and took it real tough. So how does this team bounce back? Going up in another rivalry game against a team that's ready to beat them and have a winning streak. Hawthorne coming off of a win, so they're trying to prove something as well as they get ready for league play.
Cougars and the Olympians coming up next on City TV. Before the starting lineups, Rufus Washington, this rivalry has continued on, and last year Leuzinger beat up on the Cougars 72-51 at their place.
Well, they certainly did, but then again, last year Leuzinger beat up on a lot of people, and a couple of folks are getting some measure of retribution. Lawndale's already got theirs a couple of nights ago, as we know, when they got their first W. Hawthorne's looking to avenge last year's defeat as well.
That's true, and now the starting lineups for the Hawthorne Cougars. Number 1 is Ricky Bryant, a 6-foot, 160-pound senior, averaging just over 18 points a game. Then it'll be number 4, Derwin Leslie, 5'10", 142-pound sophomore guard. One of the forwards, Marlon Towns, he's a big 6'1", 156-pounder. Number 10, Patrick Washington, a 6'2", 160-pound senior, averaging just over 5 points a game. And Delvin Harris, the high-flying freshman, 6'4", 152 pounds, just a freshman. Cougars are coached by David Jello Gray. And for the Leuzinger Olympians, number 2, Ernest Anderson, a 5'11 senior. Then it'll be Tyrone Edwards, a 6'2 senior. Isaac Stahl, who impressed me the other night against Lawndale, a 5'9 senior, averaging 12 points a ball game.
He had a great game.
And Devontae Mookie Carr, the 6'5 junior, and he should do some damage. And then Devon Abner. Devon, a 5'8 junior, averaging 17.5 points a ball game. And this should be a good matchup, Rufus. Just breaking down the numbers this afternoon. I'm looking forward to this one.
I am too, Lou. As I mentioned, and I was talking to Coach Gray before the game, I said, man, the last 5 games you guys have been 3-2 and easily could have been 5-0. Because if you recall, when we first saw Hawthorne, Lou, Coach Gray is in his first year, and he was saying he was having difficulty getting the guys to buy into his system and what they wanted to do. They prefer to play street ball. Well, somewhere along the way, something has changed because they've gone from being 2 up and 4 down to being 3 up and 2 down.
Our officials tonight, Brian Rickard and Robert Greer. The Leuzinger Olympians are coached by Ali Pravaz in his 4th year, 66-33. He's assisted by Robbie Rhodes, Charlie Schreier, and Terry Autry. The tip is won by the Cougars, and that was Devin Harris. And he looks pretty poised out there for a freshman, Rufus.
Certainly does.
Ball taken right away, laid up and in by Ricky Bryant, and the Cougars aren't wasting any time. Stell brings it across court, now to Abner. Down low. Shot just off the mark by Anderson, rebound taken by Bryant. He's their Mr. Everything. The rebound to Harris now underneath. Devin looked like he might have traveled and was called a foul. Tyrone Edwards gets nailed for his first team foul, so it'll be out of bounds and a new 35 for the Cougars. Not sporting any gold in their uniforms this year. And Leuzinger's
not sporting any blue.
But they look a little bit like Lawndale's almost,
right,
with the numerals. Hope that doesn't ruffle any feathers or rattle any rings. Bryant with it along the baseline and throws it away. Taken by Stell. Double team, so he'll get it over to Abner. He'll drive the wing, put it up and in. Devon Abner with his first bucket to tie it up at the 6:49 mark of the first quarter. Glad you joined us on City TV. Bryant. 3-point shot in and out by Marlon Towns. Rebound taken by Anderson. 3-point shot buried by Tyrone Edwards. Tyrone not known as a 3-point shooter.
At least not to that shot.
3 and tried to answer. Will go down for Towns. That's his second miss from 3.
Wow.
Stell.
Stell pushed off and got away with it.
Well, he had to use that push off for the move. Down low to Carr, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
He was fouled by number 23. That's Devin Harris.
So that's the freshman. So his first personal, first team foul. Go to the line to there you see Jelly, or Jello, excuse me. Jello.
And there is a difference.
Yes. Must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. And
there you go.
Jello. First one is in by Mookie.
And, you know, he's a relative of Travion Anderson. I asked Travion because I said, well, is Ernest Anderson in a relation? He said no, but Devontae is.
Okay, all right. Second one won't go down for Devontae. Rebound goes.
That basket put up and in by the freshman, Devin Harris. Like you say, good-looking 6'4", 152-pound freshman. Got a lot of growing and development to do. He should turn out to be a good one, Lou.
Yeah, that's right. So the shot's taken by Stell. Rebound bounced around and taken by Bryant. And he'll go up against Abner for 3, just off the mark. Rebound is taken by Anderson. His second board of the night, sporting the purple sneaks.
Wow.
Nice move to get around Bryant, but can't finish. Same thing from the other night.
Exactly. Abner had a nice 2, 3-foot jumper. Didn't get it to go.
Towns gets it to Patrick Washington. Bryant wanted to take the three, now finds his point and gets it. 5 points early on for Ricky. 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. And what proves to be a fast-paced, evenly matched game. The ball was tipped out of bounds by Bryant.
And you're right, very evenly matched so far with a little over 3 minutes gone, and we had a score of 7-6. Hawthorne here.
Out of the ball game is Leslie. Sorry, Rufus.
No, no problem. Hawthorne here at Olympic Fieldhouse leading in the early going.
Down to Carr. Looked like he wanted to slam it, but missed another bunny. Rebound is off to Hawthorne. Ball is knocked away nicely by Edwards and out of bounds, and it'll be Leuzinger ball.
Still got a hand in there. Initially, the official Bobby Greer called the other way and then recognized that he simply pointed in the wrong direction and awards the ball to the Olympians.
Half-court offense shown by the Olympians. Here comes Abner. Won't go down. Rebound is off to Harris. Bryant for three. Rebound to Edwards. Now Devin Harris, I'm going to keep an eye on that kid. So far he's been playing more like a junior rather than a freshman. Foul on the floor. Abner. Is it a shooting foul?
Nope, he's going to say baseline out of bounds.
Foul was on Marlon Towns, his first personal, second team foul. Inbounding it is Ernest Anderson. So a new 35 and another substitution. Harris takes a seat. Brian Ross in the ball game now. The three-pointer buried off the inbound pass by Isaac Stell. So the lead taken back by the Olympians. Ross with it. And now the ball almost stolen away, but taken back and put up and in by Jermaine Martin. Nice play by the Cougars to tie up the game. Three-point shot, buried.
And that was Stell with the three again.
And he was covered nicely by Ricky Bryant. There's a three taken by Towns. That goes out of bounds. So 2 3-pointers in a row. And the substitution coming in the ball game is Eric Campos for Tyrone Edwards for the Olympians. And in no hurry is Isaac Stell with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. So Isaac says, well, if you're going to leave me that open, I'll take the shot. Campos, the smallest kid out there, gets the rebound.
Wow, excellent ball movement. Nice little touch pass inside. Campos brings to mind another great little man of Leuzinger yesteryear. I'm going to think of him in a second. I see him clear as day.
Three-point shot put up by Anderson from the corner. Ernest Anderson with his first points of the game, and that extends the lead to 15-9. 3 threes in a row, Rufus.
Biggest lead of the game for anybody right now. Six, nice block on the inside by Davon Abner.
And that was on Markel Gray. Abner loses the ball, but it looked like a pass to Stell.
He'll call it a pass. He actually lost it, as you said.
Ball is bounced around. Bryant comes down with it. Back come the Cougars. 2 minutes left in the first. Stop, go, can't get it to go down. Right underneath, came right back to him, Rufus. And Ricky Bryant has 7 points in the quarter.
And he had a shot from a bird eye view. He knew exactly what to do, and that was to go back up with it.
Long shot by Abner. And Campos tried to save it, but couldn't do it. So a 6-point 6-0 run was snapped there by the Cougars and Ricky Bryant. Sitting down is Marlon Towns.
His name came to me. I've got a carrying call, so that'll be the 3rd turnover here in the first quarter for the Cardinals. Campos is a dead ringer, reminds you of Lance Booker.
Lance Booker, one of our favorites.
Yep. Left here when Coach Morris left, went over, finished out his high school career at Crenshaw.
Can't blame him for that. Abner trying to go around the defense, but Martin with good defense, and that is another turnover on the carryover.
By my count, that's the 4th turnover for the Cougars. Leuzinger has only 1 turnover here in the first quarter with 1:19 left.
So good defense by the Cougars. Got the ball to them, but the turnover right back into the Olympians' hands with 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. Anderson. Now Abner looking for a play. Zone defense is spreading out the Olympians. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Under a minute left to go on the game clock.
And they don't seem to be into it. Well, he'll have to take it from there. Catches the corner.
A rebound off to Ross. Passes it underneath to Martin for 2. So Martin has 4 points. And it's a 2-point ball game with 30 seconds left to go. 2 seconds off the game clock. Off the shot clock, excuse me. Stell trying to get some movement out of his teammates. Campos now gets it over to Abner. This 1-3-1 zone has really put a monkey wrench in the Olympians' offense with 5 seconds left to go. Now down underneath the car, he fumbles it, stolen away.
Was not ready. You got to always be ready to receive the ball. That shot's good if it goes.
But at least he hit the glass. And with the first quarter coming to end, the Olympians 15-13. Let's go to Sebastian.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. There's been a little bit of a shift in the leading scorers for Hawthorne for the last couple games. When we last saw them at Hawthorne against Lawndale, Brian Ross was the leading scorer, but now the leading scorer for him is Ricky Bryant, a guy who we know from years behind. Ben Wardrop, the former coach at Hawthorne, who's now the assistant principal at Lawndale, he was really excited to coach this kid, and we're seeing why right now. He's doing really well, and he's a focal point right now of their program. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. And Rufus,
Yes,
what did
sir.
you like in that first quarter?
Well, what I liked was the fact that both teams played very well. The biggest lead was 6 points. Leuzinger had that at 15-9, and Hawthorne responded back with a couple of buckets of their own to make it a 15-13 ball game here at the end of as we start the second quarter.
Okay. So nice crowd here at the Olympian Fieldhouse, where this is the opening game of the 2014 season, where Russell Westbrook and Darrell Wright and Kelsey Bars have their numbers retired. Russell recovering from knee surgery.
And let's not forget Darrell Wright up there.
Good effort taken by Markel Gray to earn a way to the free throw line. Foul is on Tyrone Edwards. Second personal, second team foul. And coming to the line is Markel Gray. 10 out of 18, 56%. Broadcasters jinx
I know.
That's
Well,
a new one by the Olympian Spirit Squad with the wah-wah. So 1 point for Gray, and that opens on a positive the second quarter for Hawthorne. Stell with it as the Cougars still employ that 1-3-1 zone. And that's giving Devin Harris a lot of time on the bench. 3-point shot, rims out for Joseph Benson. Rebounds taken by the Cougars. Back comes Ricky Bryant. Look out. Poked away by Marcus Brown. So 29 seconds left to go on the Cougars shot clock. 7:04 left to go in the second quarter. Ball is stolen. Another turnover. Stell trying to get the bucket before the defense gets set and does. He has 5 points.
got him for 5. I got him for 8. He had a couple of triples.
Yeah,
I thought. But maybe not. We'll check it at the half.
okay. I have
I
Tyrone
tell you
for
what,
2.
I'll bet you he knows how many he got.
I bet he does. Rebound taken by Martin. Ball is underneath, put back up. Gets a nice sweet kiss off the glass for Patrick Washington. His first bucket of the game. So the seesaw continues. Marcus Brown. Don't know if we saw him against Lawndale on Wednesday night. I think we did.
Yeah.
Set, shot, won't go down. Rebound, tipped up and taken by Anderson. And still on the ground is Tyrone Edwards as he got whacked right in the horn.
Well, you got an official's timeout. And says it's okay.
No blood, he's okay, but now the officials say, why don't you go ahead and take a seat, get it checked out. They're not taking any chances.
Right, and I think they did that on the basis of, because normally the requirement is that if the coach comes out on the floor, kid has to come out, or they have to call a timeout to keep him in the game.
Now, Jello Gray is talking to one of the officials about probably that fact.
I think he's asking about whether or not the substitute was legal. Looks like they got it resolved. I don't know whether to his satisfaction, but it's resolved because the official says put the ball in play.
Could have been one of those dad things. The substitution is good because I said so.
Exactly.
And so does Devontae Carr. He has 3 points, Rufus. And a 3-point Leuzinger lead. Ricky Bryant, the one whose inadvertent elbow went on to the schnozola of Tyrone Edwards, goes out of bounds and turns the ball over.
Looks like that's apparently the 6th turnover of the game. So, having committed 6 turnovers and still only being down by a triple here with 5.5 to go in the first half, that's good news for the Hawthorne Cougars.
Stell gets it to Abner, way out on the right wing. Gets a screen from Carr, skips it across to Stell. Way off the mark. Rebound went to Martin, but he stepped out of bounds. So it'll remain Leuzinger's ball. And coming in the ball game is Jamari Hicks. Out of the ball game is Stell with 5 points.
Now that's a tough one. Do you consider that a turnover or not?
Or do you consider it's not a rebound, right?
No. The question was, if he had control and then stepped out anyway, And it looked like to me he did. Gosh, hate to do it, but I'm going to have to mark it down for a TO.
And that's a turnover on the Olympians. So they cancel each other out. And in the ball game, back in the ball game is Ernest Anderson. Jerwin Leslie back in the ball game for Hawthorne. Ricky Bryant, I don't think he's been out. Jermaine Martin tried to pass it underneath, but there's another turnover. Leuzinger, that should be a traveling call, and a turnover on Leuzinger because Devon went up for the layup and came back down with it.
Out of control, no place to go, got stuck underneath.
Well, Ricky Bryant might have had something to do with it with his defense. Or he just might have, Devon might have just lost it with lost the handle. And the freshman, Devin Harris, is back in for Jello Gray. I don't think there's any gray colored Jello in the market, is there?
Yep, and that's going to be against number 23. That's Devin Harris. That's his second, Lou. That was an illegal screen. Blocking on the play. It's identified as blocking, but it was on the screen.
And David Gray not afraid to yank him out right away.
Well, he's got these guys, as he say, playing the way that he wants them to play. And that's been reflected in their record.
Bad pass picked up by Ricky Bryant. Almost a carry over there, up and under, lays it up and in. Beautiful move by Ricky Bryant. 9 points, and it's a 1-point ball game. 3:45 left to go. The ball is out of bounds, and it'll remain Leuzinger ball. Ricky Bryant's just all over the place. Now, you know, he's got the twin ponytails like the Beckles brothers, and they got a lot of energy.
Yep, a whole lot.
And I don't have enough hair to do that, so I'm just going with my own low energy self.
Well, back in the day. See, that's what they don't know. They don't know about back in the day.
Back in the day, we had it all the way. Bryant with the rebound and tripped inadvertently is Marlon Towns. Ricky Bryant with another rebound, and down goes Towns.
And the foul goes against Jamari Hicks.
First personal, third team foul. With 3:36 left to go, Hawthorne looking to take the lead this time down. Ball handed off to Bryant against Abner. Good matchup. Now the ball's in the hands of Leslie. Lets it go high, but too long. And the ball is stolen away from Stell. Bryant can't finish it off, though. Back comes Abner. He'll peel back, and now the Hawthorne zone defense has a chance to set up. With 3:09 left. Long shot just off the mark, just barely short, but the offensive rebound good by Stell. His shot was bothered underneath, and again, another offensive rebound. And Devontae Carr gets a chance at the line, Rufus.
Devontae will go to shoot 2. Fouls on 23. That's Devin Harris. And Lou, that is Harris's 3rd foul for the freshman.
You're right. 4 team fouls, and Devontae Carr misses another one.
But you know, your coach has to have a lot of confidence in you for you to be a freshman and playing in first a game like this and already just being in the starting lineup. All he's got to do is work at it. 2 missed free throws there for Devontae Carr.
We'll see how important that is down the line. Patrick Washington takes Harris's place in the lineup. Bryant won't go down. Rebound ripped out of the air by Anderson. And back come the Olympians with 2:45 left. Abner couldn't get it to go. Carr follows, can't get it. Rebound tipped into Stell.
Nice inside pass by Stell to Davon Abner. Boy, give the assist to Stell. Great look, Lou. Threaded the needle right to the basket.
Sure was. Nice little underhand job and a beautiful finish by Devon Abner. Timeout taken. There it is again,
And you see the inside pass. Let's go to Higidio.
All right, we'll get to Egidio once we get the technical
Interesting to
issues
see
figured out.
Hawthorne only trailing by a few points here. Guys, back to you.
Okay, now Hawthorne is getting back in. And timeout just about ready to expire. Hawthorne is ready. And a little bit of a breakdown by the defense there.
Just a little bit. And, boy, Stell took advantage of it. Pretty assist on his part. Feed that ball to the inside.
Well, you know, the game against Lawndale may have been a loss, but the confidence level of this Olympian team is a lot higher than when we saw it a couple of nights ago.
Definitely is.
Towns has it, and the ball almost stolen away by Anderson, but poked out of bounds, and it'll be Leuzinger ball. One more turnover for the Cougars. 2:22 left in the first half. Good defense by the Olympians. Abner fakes and is fouled on the shot, so he'll go to the line for two.
That foul is going to be against Patrick Washington, number 10. That's his first of the game.
So Abner going to the line to shoot two is 74% from the free throw line. Now with 5 points. We'd love to have a whole lot of those.
Right.
Now, the Cougars are a very good free throw shooting team. They're 63% as a team, 57% for the Cougars. And the reason that that curve is so high for the Olympians is because of Abner. 6 points now for Devon. 2:06 left to go in the first half. Martin with it. Almost stolen away by Stell. Leaves a man open, and that's Bryant. He streaks to the basket. So Bryant, Rufus, now with 11 points in the first half, and that breaks a long run by the Olympians.
And he came into the contest averaging 18, so he's well on his way toward that.
Ball almost slapped away by Washington. Stell with it. Creeping down to 1:30, and Anderson lost the ball. He turns it over. By my count, that's 7 on the Olympians. Ernest Anderson, the 5'11 senior. Whoop. He might have had some help from Jermaine Martin.
Right.
Ball is inbounded to Derwin Leslie. Leslie, just a sophomore. Washington with it now. The senior. Gets it back over to Martin. Ricky Bryant. Their Energizer Bunny. Almost walked.
Great on-ball defense by the Olympians right now.
They're taking advantage of every inch that they have to do anything they can to get a win. Now the ball is stolen by Stell. Is it controlled by the Olympians? Yes, it is. 3-point shot taken by Abner. No, Stell with the rebound, puts it up with the opposite hand. 7 points for Isaac.
And deservedly so for Stell, because he was the one, his on-ball defense over on that far side was what created the turnover that gave the Olympians the ball.
Ball was fumbled out of bounds by Derwin Leslie.
By my count, that's 11 turnovers here in the first half. 34.5 seconds left. Leuzinger leading 25-20.
They decide just lost the handle on it. Trying to go up for the layup. Nice move, but need that other hand to cooperate.
Absolutely do it. The Olympians will play for the last shot here with 20 seconds left. Shot clock off.
Well, you know, now that I get a close-up look at Devon Abner's shoes, I really like those.
Woo! Yep, and he's
I wonder if they got
right
batteries.
There. That foul's going to go against Marlon Towns. Happened right in front of the official, and he was able to make the call easily.
So now the Cougars are out of fouls, and that's Marlin's second foul. With 10.2 seconds left, and the inbound pass is stolen by Martin. Martin has his dribble stolen away, but not so fast, my friend.
Right. I guess nearly a turnover, but the Olympians couldn't control it. They lost it out of bounds.
On the inbound pass, nice shot. Is that a long two by Derwin Leslie? I believe it is. And that one just barely missed the bottom of the net.
Well, no, they give him a 3 on that.
No, they haven't given him anything yet.
Well, I had it marked at 25-20 with 1:30 left. And they're leaving it at 25-23.
You're right. Pardon me. So that's a 3 by Derwin Leslie. So he has 5 points in the half, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Derwin Leslie, let's look here and see. I got him for 3, but we'll double check it with the official book.
Okay. Now, it is halftime here at Lou House. Whose house?
Lou House.
And we'll be back with the unofficial stats in the third quarter of the runner-up game for the city championship right after this on City TV.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow-away jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Third quarter just about ready to get underway at Lou House. Let's go to Egidio.
Thank you, guys. Here's an update on number 22, Brian Ross. I talked to the coach right before the game right now, and he said the reason why he didn't start, he's fighting through an ankle injury. This is his second game back. That's why he hasn't started. That's why Ricky Bryan has stepped up as the leading scorer, the leading rebounder, and the leading assist. Also leads the team in steals as well. But he said his main concern in the third and fourth quarter to get Brian Ross some more touches. That's how Hawthorne Cougars are going to win this basketball game. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Egidio. And Rufus, we're talking about shoes.
Yeah.
Look at those sneaks that one of the officials has.
Well, they both wear them. That's the
leathers?
preferred sneaker, yeah, of most officials. And
wow.
You'll see them. Since they don't pay us to mention their name, I won't say who it is.
And as we get a picture taken by the Leuzinger photographer there, look at that. That's the best picture we've had.
That's
Here,
right.
let's go over some scoring real quick before we lose our jobs. And for the Cougars, 1 point for Markel Gray, 11 for Ricky Bryant, 4 for Jermaine Martin, 3 for Derwin Leslie, and 2 for Patrick Washington, 2 for Devin Harris. For the Olympians, Abner with 6 points, 3 points for Anderson, and then 3 points for Edwards, and 10 points.
Yep.
For Stell, and 3 points for Mookie. We get that?
We got that.
We got that. Of course,
So I'll scratch off that free throw. I thought Mookie hit.
He did. He's got 3 points.
Okay,
he's
so
got
I
the
gave
basket.
him a 3. I
No.
gave him a 3 that was a 2 then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just do real-time scoring. I can't separate baskets and all that stuff.
Right.
Underway, we switch sides as the Olympians now going left to right. 3-point shot by Abner. Will go down, rebound tipped around and taken by Stell. Tried to get the cue ball to go in the side pocket, but Abner gets the offensive rebound.
And a good putback by Abner. You know, for all that action in the second quarter, it ended up being a 10-10 quarter.
That's right. Nice shot underneath. And that was taken by Brian Ross. So his ankle looks pretty good there. This is his first bucket of the game. Stell, wide open three. Rebound up high, and Harris comes down with it. Go check that. Ross.
And Estelle works on his game. That's the shot that he's got to be able to make. Although he had a good first quarter.
Completely missed by Ernest Anderson. The rebound comes all the way out to Abner. Put up and in.
Looks
by
like that
Abner.
was Abner.
He has 10.
Well, they get 2 points, but their shooting percentage goes way down on the air ball coming the other way. Marlon Towns.
That ran out of air by Marlon. Edwards, little short. Carr loses the rebound, and it goes to Towns. Towns, Bryant, reverse layup by Patrick Washington with 4 points. And it's a 2-point game. Abner brings it across the line, and Stell gets up. It's stolen away by Leslie. Bryant from the elbow, short. Good defense by Edwards. From the free throw line is Stell off the glass. That was old school, Rufus.
That was old school. He rocked his man to sleep, then laid it up off the glass.
Shot is blocked by Abner on Washington. That's his second block of the game. And Abner loses it back to Leslie. And is that going to be a foul? Yes, it is. It's a charging foul.
That's an offensive foul, which counts also as a turnover. All offensive fouls are turnovers. So you see it right there, set up beautifully to take the charge was Ernest Anderson. So we're here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Hawthorne with 1 turnover, Leuzinger with the pair.
Anderson out of the ball game for the Olympians, and back in is Jamari Hicks. Skipped across by Abner to Stell with 5:12 left to go in the third quarter. Another running jump shot. That one didn't find the bottom. Rebound was taken by Martin.
Nearly a turnover forced by the Olympians.
A little bit short on the shot. Rebound is taken by Hicks.
Wow, that basket's good. And that's an easy foul to call on Derwin Leslie.
First personal, second team foul on Derwin Leslie. So nice move by Jamari Hicks. Limited playing time for Jamari, the 6-foot senior, just averaging 2.5 points a ball game. Back in the ball game is Ernest Anderson. In for Devontae Carr. The and one won't go down. Out of bounds, it'll be Cougar ball. There's a good look at Brian Ross, one of the captains of this Cougar team, along with Marlon Towns. And a reach in by, oh, it's a turnover. Stepped on the sideline. So is that 12 turnovers now, Rufus?
Yep. 2.5. 12 overall.
It looked more like a carryover than stepping out of the sideline. Hicks with it. Abner gets it back to Hicks in the corner.
6-point lead matches the largest of the ball game for the Olympians.
Now Hicks gets it to Edwards to Stell. With 4 seconds on the shot clock. 2 seconds, and the shot beats the buzzer by Isaac Stell with 14 points. And now the Olympians are starting to pull away a bit with an 8-point lead.
And again, I'm watching Stell's on-ball defense, and you're going to have a blocking foul on the illegal screen against Brian Ross.
So timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout called. With 3:55 left to go in the third quarter. So the Olympians was a 2-point ball game coming into the half, and all of a sudden it's been a 10-4 run coming out of the gate for Leuzinger. Let's look at that buzzer beater again, Rufus.
You know, Stell has just about perfected that teardrop. I mean, that seems to be his favorite shot. We've seen it 3 or 4 times tonight already.
Yeah, my grandmother told me that Mark Jackson used to shoot a lot of those.
And indeed he did.
Good look at some of the Leuzinger crowd here. Some of the alumni coming by. Always good to see the alumni coming by and saying hello to mainly Rufus.
A lot of school spirit, though, in these guys. And of course, this school and this program over the last 10, 12 years has had a number of storied alumni. And there's a turnover for the Olympians. And that's a foul inside. That'll go against Stell. And that's going to send your guy, Lou, Ricky Bryant, to the line.
So that should be his first personal. There you see it there, first team foul. And that is Jermaine Martin. This is his first point since the first quarter, Rufus. The senior getting a little bit of playing time, not a whole lot. And misses the second one.
Abner with the ball looking to bring it up, and he does, pushes it into the front court.
And Jamari Hicks gets it back to Stell. Back to that zone defense for Hawthorne. Now it looks like a 2-3 flex.
And of course, when it's a zone, Lou, what you're looking for is to try to find the hole in the zone.
Oh!
They find it there, but boy, that shot gets blocked.
Markeel Gray. And Stell is going to get called for the block on that one, Rufus, as he ended up on his wallet.
And
let's watch the block.
And that's 2 quick fouls on Stell. Boy, nice block by Markeel Gray.
So going to the line to shoot 2, Patrick Washington with 4 points. Makes the first one. Patrick is 7 out of 11, now make it 8 out of 12 for about 64%. So Edwards and Hicks out of the ball game for the Olympians. Check that, Edwards is in. Stell and Hicks out of the ball game, excuse me.
Which puts Anderson at the point now, along with Marcus Brown. They got it underneath, but no space to work with.
And a travel called on Tyrone Edwards. So another turnover. And that's 13 by my count on the Olympians. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. A 6-point Leuzinger lead. Pass is tipped, thrown right into almost into the hands of Devontae Carr.
Crowd calling for a travel. I thought it was awfully close myself.
Rebound off that shot goes to Edwards. Missed by Martin.
Edwards doing great work on the boards for the Olympians.
2:20 left to go in the quarter. Slashing in and one. Marcus Brown with the bucket. Slashed in from the left wing, Rufus. That was a pretty play.
Let's see, looks like they give the foul to Markeel Gray.
Looked like a little reach. 4th team foul, first personal. With 2:15 left. So that was Marcus's first bucket of the game. He's 6 out of 15 from the line this year. Make that 6 out of 16. Long pass to Ricky Bryant, a little bit too long, and Sebastian Spencer saves the ball.
Sebastian remembering his days of glory.
And he saw Jello Gray in his first year with Hawthorne High School.
Still trying to get an interview with Coach Gray for Coach's clipboard.
He's a busy man. Abner slashes in a little bit too high off the glass, and the rebound is tipped and taken. And now with it is Ross. The rebound was by Jahil Enriquez. Shot taken and rebound taken by Enriquez and put back up and in. He's just in the ball game. Some fresh legs and arms, and it's a 6-point game again, Rufus.
Knows what to do with it once his fingers touch it.
Under a minute and a half left in the third. Abner almost shot it from 24 feet.
Leuzinger's lead back at 6 was 8. That's their largest of the game, which they had here in this quarter. I think this one may go against Washington. Let's see. Yep.
Always helps to sit next to an official in the hizzy.
Just watching the mechanics, brother. Paying attention to the hand signals.
So Abner is perfect tonight, 3 out of 3. Now with 11 points. Again, he's a 74% free throw shooter. Winds the ball up and around, and the Stowers jinx hits again. Enriquez almost has it stolen. It is stolen by Edwards. And the scrum continues. Edwards calls a timeout. Nice battle for the ball, won by Edwards.
Real nice effort by both teams. As we watch it again here on replay. And this is going to change possession a couple of times.
Jahil Enriquez lost it, tried to get it back, almost did, Rufus.
Right.
Let's go to Rashawn.
Hustle plays like that, something you didn't really see in the first half from this Leuzinger High School basketball team. Coach P was not happy. In fact, he was upset with the energy, the effort, the enthusiasm, and output that they had on defense in that first half. Starting to turn it around a little bit. We'll talk about that more in the post game. And also, a very special birthday for an Olympian. All in the post game, guys.
Thank you very much, Rashawn.
Well, there's your first clue, boy. We're going to have a heck of a post game tonight.
That's right. You better get your snacks and your drinks.
Better bring your pillow, too.
That's right. And a cup of coffee. We're going to be here late.
Wake me up when it's over.
It's the field reporter show.
There you go. Rayshawn Haylock.
There you go. Look at that.
Gideon DeLeo, and of course Sebastian Cut Spencer.
If you're a little bit new to watching CityTV 31 and you're looking at those Olympic rings, yeah, those are the colors of the real Olympics. And this is the only CityTV, what now from the truck? CityTV 3, excuse me. How about just CityTV? There we go. The ball is taken in by Anderson. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. But with the Olympics coming up, this is the only other organization. I believe the foul was on Jermaine Martin, his first personal, 16 fouls, so the Cougars are now out of fouls. You dispute that?
Yeah, because I thought he said Ricky Bryant, number 1. I'm looking for Jermaine Martin's number on the floor.
Number 2. I thought he put up 2 fingers. Maybe it was 2 shots.
No, it was 2 shots, and then he went to the.
Okay.
And what happened on that first shot there?
He made it.
By Anderson.
So first one is in by Anderson. Well, at any rate, those Olympic rings have.
Wow.
Oh, nice off the rebound by Tyrone Edwards. He has 5 points. That's his first bucket since the first quarter. The 10-point lead for the Olympians. The International Olympic Committee has allowed Leuzinger High School to use the Olympic rings as their logo, the only other organization in the world to be allowed to do that. So, pretty proud thing here.
Absolutely.
I know he's going to get it out sometime.
Yeah.
Under 10 seconds for Isaac Stell. Gets a pick and loses the ball. Taken by Ross. Ross with the layup try, no. But a two-shot foul
on
before
the foul at the buzzer.
So 2 shots. There you see the steal.
Okay.
And the foul on Edwards. That should be his 3rd.
That's what I have.
And the 4th personal. So Brian Ross now with 3 points. And gets a sweet roll. So the quarter ends with 2 free throws for Brian Ross with 4 points. And let's go to Sebastian.
With the up-and-coming Lawndale Cardinals across the way, it's kind of hard to tell what's really a rivalry these days. Back in the days, in the Leuzinger days, when Coach Reggie Morris was here, it was always Leuzinger Hawthorne. But now, Lawndale has something to say about that, but Hawthorne is still trying to prove that they're still the rival and the ones to beat. Going into the 4th quarter down 10, we'll see if they can still make that happen. Back to you guys.
16-10 was that quarter in favor of the Leuzinger Olympians.
And what that means, Lou, is that was a good defensive quarter. So the Olympians have put together 2 good defensive quarters as they've held Hawthorne to 10 points in both the 2nd and 3rd quarters.
But the Cougars are in foul trouble. Next foul, it'll be bonus time for the Olympians.
And the Olympians, conversely, coming in averaging about 14 points in the 3rd when they put up 16. And the point about the good defense coming into tonight's contest, Hawthorne had averaged 16 points in both the 2nd and 3rd quarters. And again, as I said, Leuzinger held them to 10 in each quarter. So that indeed is excellent defense.
Sure is. So Leuzinger getting their confidence back, getting their confidence up after a close game, a hard-fought game at Lawndale the other night. Lawndale sweeping Hawthorne and Leuzinger, so they're the city champions for the first time.
For the first time, the QB, Patrick Washington, right in front of us, inbounds that pass. Hawthorne has possession to start the 4th.
And an 8-point lead. Washington gets it to Ross, and Ross was held.
That's a travel, no.
But they call it a travel. So good defense by Ernest Anderson. So I have 14 by my count.
Same here.
Turnovers. So it ran right through Ernie Anderson. 3-point shot, a long 3-point shot. And the rebound is picked up by Ricky Bryant.
Somewhere in there was an Olympian turnover.
Did they have control?
I thought they did.
Abner gets it back from Anderson. Going in for the left-handed layup. It won't go down, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. 13 for Devon to start off the quarter. And it's a 10-point lead again for Leuzinger. That was a block. Let's see, I thought that was almost a travel as well. So Marcus Brown gets called for his first, 3rd team foul. There's the block. A little bit slick out there. So 4th team foul on Leuzinger. Ball goes out to Anderson for 3. Wow. That one did a whole circle around the rim and came back out.
started out pretty warm on the three. There's another turnover, that one by Ross. That'll make it 15 for the game. But I was about to say the three-point shot has certainly cooled off for the Olympians.
Foul is on Derwin Leslie. That's his second personal and seventh team foul, so it's bonus time for Devon Abner. He'll get the 1 and 1.
Well, officials may be missing it. That's a correctable error. If it is the 1 and 1, Lou, and I believe you, we're going to score the basket there.
Well, that's Devontae Carr. Has that foul? Was that on number 2? Was that on Martin?
That's what I'm seeing. And the basket's good, and he's going to shoot one. So the foul's on Martin.
So
the
now
basket.
The scoreboard says 7 fouls now. So the ball. Now that ball looked like it went up on top of the rim and came back down. They still gave it to him. So 6 points at any rate for Devontae on the old-fashioned three.
Well, they can walk across the top as long as it doesn't go behind the basket. It's good.
Abner with the rebound. Stell with it. Now gets it underneath to Brown. Brown threw it away. And let's see who it goes to.
Wow, I thought that went off of a Cougar myself. But Robert Greer, actually, the official says no. The Olympians turned it. That was a travel. Sometimes the action is so fast.
Abner caught in the double team. Look out. Devon Abner with 15 points, Rufus, with 5:30 left in the fourth quarter.
And Leuzinger now out to a 48-33 lead, Lou. This is clearly by far their biggest.
Oh, look out. Devontae Carr with the hard foul.
Well, actually, it was more blocked than foul, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, there was some contact on the play. But if you look at it, at least initially, yeah, he's got his hand on a lot of ball there.
And a lot of body, too. So 15 foul for Devontae. That's just his first. Jermaine Martin going to the foul line. Misses that one. Now he's 1 for 3.
And the Olympians have outscored him here 7-0 to start the fourth. Now makes it 7-1.
And 6 points for Gray, and that's the first bucket for the first point, I should say, for the Cardinals. And that bucket is made by Devon Abner. Devon with 17 points. 16-point lead for the Olympians and a steal by Brown. Here comes Abner with the lay-in and one.
Yeah, that's a good call by the official. I like that call. That's on Markel Gray. That'll be his second. And give Abner the deuce with a chance to add to it. He's got 8 points here in the quarter. You know, guys may think of it as basketball, but I don't like the contact and the hard fouls on a guy when he's flying through the air toward the basket. That's how somebody can really get hurt, Lou.
Devon gets a sweet roll. Now has 20 points, Rufus. And that ball went right into the hands of Ernest Anderson. Shovels it off to Devon. Nice little layup for 22 points, an assist to Anderson.
And wow, the Olympians have just blown this game completely open here in the fourth quarter.
Now the chants start with 4:33 left. Didn't see who the foul was on, Rufus.
I got to tell you, neither did I, Lou. Maybe we'll see it here. Okay, I think they're going to give it on number 5 for the Olympians, Ernest Anderson. I know
Marcus
that's who
Brown.
I'm going to give it to. I could see from lower body block.
Okay, so that's the 6th team foul. Give and go. That looked like a little travel. And the shot taken.
Actually, it
Rebound,
wasn't a travel.
wide open.
Wow.
And it was missed badly by Brian Ross. He'll miss that maybe once out of 1,000 times from that close. And right now his face is about as red as his uniform.
And on that last play, that fans thought was a travel, and perhaps the reason it's not a travel is that the ball handler did not have control of the ball. Okay? You can actually go the length of the court, and as long as you don't have control of the ball and juggling and fumbling it, it's never a travel.
Okay. Brown out of the ball game, Edwards in. And Devon Abner almost lost it.
Almost went to sleep on the play.
Needs one of those energy drinks.
Gets the ball in the hands of Stell, which is a good decision. Stell's been quiet here in the second half. That's a turnover against the Olympians. Let's look. Stell only has 4 points in the second half after having 10 in the first half. So he's got 14 on the night, but a relatively
still a
quiet.
good night.
Absolutely.
2 above his average. Ricky Bryant back in the ball game for the Hawthorne Cougars, and I did see a Rolando Beckles sighting here at Lou House. Finally taken down by Mookie Carr. So the Cougars just need to get a bucket. They've only had 1 point here in the fourth quarter, Rufus.
Yep.
Abner, though, almost had another one. Ricky Bryant with the rebound. Back comes the senior, the leading scorer. Gets it to Gray. Gray double teamed. Now to Enriquez. To Maya Kaha'i. And the ball is stolen away. Another turnover by the Cougars. Stell with it.
That was close to backcourt.
2:40 left to go in the ball game.
Wow.
Edwards with a power post move, but he's fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Couple of guys there. Okay, and they give it to Enriquez.
Is that number 0 or?
Number 5 they gave it to.
So that's the 9th team foul. And well, see, it used to be we were teasing the Lawndale Cardinals about no towels. Now, the Leuzinger Olympians are out of towels. So,
well, you need towels and a towel person.
Well, they do have that big old chamois, that ShamWow. That's the court Zamboni. First one is in for Tyrone. 6 points now.
And of course, I'm trying to remember whether it was Dorrell or Russell that donated this floor, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Dorrell Wright, we're told from the truck. Thank you very much.
So maybe Russell can donate a couple of towels.
Dorrell's up at Golden State, is it?
Yep, last check he was at Golden State.
He's moved around a little bit. No, he's left Philadelphia. Right?
Well, that's what we hear from the truck now. I didn't recognize him being with Golden State this year.
Okay. Well, if they say Philly, then Philly it is.
Turnover. Stell with it. That's 18 by the Cougars. 2:15 left in the game. Abner misses that layup badly. Rebound to Bryant. He just has a nose for the ball, Rufus, and Devon Abner gets up a little lane. Markeel Gray with the three-point try. But the rebound is taken. Gray with it, has it underneath, goes up. Doesn't count, but he'll get 2 at the line.
Foul by Stell on the play. By my count, that's Stell's 3rd foul. And we're getting into that part of the game now where what's important is that we maintain sportsmanship throughout the balance of the game. It's a 22-point lead with a minute 54. And
well, let's get it right. Come on now.
Well, they were half. It starts with a P.
Start with a P.
All right. And I knew it was on the West Coast.
Second shot is made by Gray, who now has just 3 points. And now the bucket is made on the other end by Tyrone Edwards, who has 8 points. And that shot, is that a 3-point shot? I guess so. And now there's another 2-point shot made. So here comes the Cougars. That shot was made by Enriquez, who has 4 points.
And I missed who made the 3. And that basket put up and in by Joseph Benton.
Joseph getting his first bucket of the game.
Wow.
And that 3-point shot somehow found the bottom by Gray.
So now we're just trading baskets, except Leuzinger with the big 16-point lead and under a minute left will clearly walk away with the W. Crowd was cheering for the little man, number 25, Deontay Bolden on that one, but he couldn't get it to drop. Triple put up by Markel Gray, but he's fouled on the play.
So Gray will go to the line.
And they give that foul to Deontay Bolden, so he gets in the book officially, and Gray's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
First one is in for Gray, 7 points. And Eric Campos looking to get in. Here he comes, and it's his birthday today. So Parvaz is clearing the bench. Happy birthday to Eric Campos, a 5'5" junior. Missed the other one. Only 1 out of 3 with 42 seconds left. So Gray tries the 3 and gets that one. He has 10 points. Still a 12-point deficit with 30 seconds left. Here comes Benton to put up the shot. And that will go down.
Too late, though, for the Hawthorne Cougars.
Here comes Harris, and he went halfway back to Hawthorne. Do you think he might have wanted to dunk that one?
Well, I think he did. He got caught halfway in between a layup and a dunk, which usually leads to a travel. And with 22.4 seconds left in the game and Leuzinger up by 12, you can make book on this and pull it out, pull it out. There we go.
Campos for 3. Tried to get a birthday present for him.
Yeah.
And it goes out of bounds with 10.9 seconds left. There's your birthday present.
Yeah. Well, nothing like a little PT. Some playing time.
That's
for
it.
A present.
Gets run into a pick. Gray for 3 over Bolden at the buzzer. 13 points for Markel Gray, but it's not enough as Leuzinger wins over Hawthorne 60-50. The Leuzinger Olympians are now 6-10, and Hawthorne falls to 5-7. And with that, look at that over Bolden. Nice, bold shot.
Nice shot. Our final, of course, 60-51. Well, the scoreboard shows 60-51. But at any rate.
Well, I have 60 on my count as well.
Oh, we even got some Lawndale.
For 51. Oh, that is 51 points, the 3-pointer.
Oh, the Beckles are here.
I told you.
And what's his face?
It is 51.
Newman.
Okay, there's Newman. But there's Parvaz, the winning coach. So the Leuzinger Olympians gets second place in the city championship. But more importantly, Rufus, what did you think about the Hawthorne Cougars tonight against a team that they match up better with?
Well, again, I thought they put on a good show. First of all, this game was though dominated by the defense of the Leuzinger Olympians, but I thought the Cougars at the end they put on a good show, and they showed some good things. As I said, in the last 5 games, they have been 3 up and 2 down, and the 2 losses were very close. And in this game, they played well throughout the contest. That fourth quarter, though, just didn't work in their favor tonight. They got going real late before they finally made a run at it.
All right. Well, while everybody is on the floor here, and we're waiting for some interviews, just adding up some scores as well, we'll take a quick timeout.
Hi, I'm Donnell Beverly from the University of Connecticut, home of the 2011 National Championship UConn Huskies basketball team, and your Leuzinger Olympians.
Beverly around the back, follow a jumper, good, beautiful shot.
It wasn't too long ago that I was playing basketball right here.
I just want to thank him for having me here. I'm honored to play here.
And the Huskies are the top dog in 2011.
Winning the NCAA championship has always been a goal of mine, but so is getting a great education that will last me a lifetime. You can achieve your goals too. All you have to do is work hard and dream hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Final score 60-51 from Leuzinger over the Hawthorne Cougars, and Sebastian Spencer has the winning coach at courtside.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Coach P. Coach P, how vital was this home opener for you guys tonight?
We needed to get back on the winning track. That was the important thing. Home, away, it doesn't matter. We need to get back to winning basketball games. We had a tough loss on Wednesday and bounced back. Now we've won 3 out of our last 4. We got some momentum going in the league, and that's what we needed.
What are some of the things that you guys talked about in practice after losing to Lawndale and that you think you improved in today?
I didn't think we improved at all today. I think we played horrible. But, we've had enough moral victories where we played well and lost that, it's nice to get one where we don't play well and win. So, Hawthorne came out here and they were able to dictate the tempo and they played. And, a lot of things we wanted to do, we weren't able to do. It turned into a street ball game, and Devon Abner was the best player on the court, and that was the difference.
Definitely. That's the next question I was going to ask you as well. How do you think Devon Abner played tonight?
He played like he's capable of. If we get him out in the open court, we get him opportunities to go to the basket. We told him to go back strong. First half, it looked like he was going up there not very strong at the rim. He was trying to shoot some floaters and stuff, like there was a 7-footer in there. So we had to get on him a little bit in halftime and tell him, like, hey, who's out here that's going to block your shot? Just get to the rim and make your layups. And that's what he did in the second half.
And the last thing, Coach, what do you look forward to seeing from your team doing in league play?
Just getting consistent. I want a consistent effort. That's the thing. I thought our effort was horrible in the first half today. You play at home and you've been on the road all season. There's a lot of distractions and things like that. And we really talked about phasing them out, and we didn't do a good job. We came out here and we were really sluggish early on, and Hawthorne was able to come out and play hard, and they didn't let us pull away early like we wanted to.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. Winner tonight, Coach P, talking about his guys, and Devon Abner tonight as well. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Sebastian Spencer and Ali Parvaz. Not real happy, Rufus, with the performance of his Leuzinger Olympians in the first half, and probably rightfully so. They did look sluggish.
Well, they looked a little sluggish, but give some credit to the Hawthorne Cougars. They played a good first half. I thought they played good basketball, but, Leuzinger's defense also played well, but, they were up to the task. That's the Hawthorne Cougars. But what he wanted in the first half, he got in the second half. In the fourth quarter, when they pulled away, they had a slow start and a fast finish. I submit to you that it's better to have a slow start and a fast finish than a fast start and a slow finish.
Well, kind of like what the Cougars had tonight.
Exactly.
Well, they had a fast finish
and
after
it makes a difference,
seriously
speaking.
They didn't score their first bucket of the quarter, fourth quarter, until what about the 8-minute mark, the 6-minute mark?
Exactly. So they had a drought there, and that drought led to the Olympians extending the lead. which at one point got up to 22 points.
Right. Well, let's go over the scoring for the Hawthorne Cougars. 13 points for Markel Gray. Ricky Bryant had 11 points, and Jermaine Martin had 6. Let's go back to Markel Gray. Markel had 3 3-pointers in that fourth quarter, so he was a big reason for that late surge in the fourth quarter. 6 points for Jermaine Martin, 3 for Derwin Leslie, and he didn't have any points in the second half. And also for Ricky Bryant, he did not have any points in the second half. So there's a big no-show for the Cougars. And keeping on going here, Jahil Enriquez had 4, 5 points for Patrick Washington, who didn't score in the fourth quarter. 4 points for Brian Ross, that was all in the third quarter, and 2 points for Devin Harris, who was really ineffective because of foul trouble.
Because of foul trouble, and again, he's still a young man learning the game, doing some good things out there, though. And I like that for him. And just to think, he's a freshman. He's got many more years, and the objective is for him to get better with each passing year.
And for the Leuzinger Olympians, Devon Abner with 22 points. 2 points for Joseph Benson, and Ernest Anderson with 1 point, but he did have 4 rebounds and was pretty much all over the place tonight. I thought he had a little bit more than 1 point. Actually, no, he did. He had 4 points. He had a 3-pointer back in the first quarter. 2 points for Marcus Brown and 2 points for Jamari Hicks. Then let's go down the line to Tyrone Edwards with 8 points. Isaac Stell with another day at the office with 14 points. And 6 points for Devontae Mookie Carr. And Mookie with just 6 points is way off of his average tonight.
Way off, but he did some other things well, but he did have a tough night offensively.
He didn't need Devontae like they did in Lawndale. So even scoring, balanced scoring. And speaking of balanced, fair and balanced, let's go out to center court to our guys on the side. Oh, we have some nice cake. And we can take it back over here.
60-51, our final score is we're having our cake and eating it too, fellas. Happy 18th birthday to Leuzinger guard Eric Campos, Rashawn Haylock, Sebastian Spencer, Gideon DeLeo here. We're going to put down the pastries just for a moment as we talk a little bit of basketball. First, I'll start with you, Gideon. This was a game tonight where things kind of got out of hand for Hawthorne, and they were down 35-28, decided to get out of the zone and play man-to-man. At that point, Leuzinger went on a 23-8 run and kind of put this game out of reach.
Exactly. Hawthorne pretty much most of the game stuck in there. Single-digit lead for Leuzinger for most of the game. At the end, though, I talked to Coach at halftime, Coach Gray. He said we need to get more touches to number 22, Brian Ross, who's coming off an ankle injury. This is his second game back. That looked like the plan. They try to give him as many looks as possible. Unfortunately, he didn't connect. He didn't complete those shots he had. He was very aggressive to the basket. It didn't work out for him. Number 1, Ricky Bryant was the other key offensive player there. Again, not enough tonight to knock out the Leuzinger Olympians here.
Yeah, Ross, you can tell he was laboring tonight. Missed a couple of chippies, a couple of ones from point-blank range. He's the guy for Hawthorne. Coach Jello says we need him to go for us. And nights like this, he only had 3 points. It's going to be hard for Hawthorne to win basketball games. As I turn it over to Sebastian now, it was a close, like Gideon mentioned, a single-digit game for the most part. Coach Parvaz labored with his team tonight. I mean, I got to give it to him because, I mean, he was pushing any buttons he could push to try to get those guys motivated. He was about as intense and upset and frustrated as I've ever seen him in our years of covering him here tonight. He labored.
Definitely, and very upset in a 20-point victory as well. But one of the things that he felt like they didn't improve on was a lot of the stuff that they did wrong in the Lawndale game. It felt like they were doing the same thing, getting into the other team's offense, playing street ball with them, and not settling into their offense and making sure they slow the game down and play at their pace.
And you talk about a guy in Stell who, for the most part, tried to keep things under control. He has a really good feel for the game.
Definitely, and you know that's a part of his game. I think he's an under control, really cool and calm, collective player, and he has the ability to get this team under control when he needs to.
And Abner, of course, makes them go 22 points tonight, 11 in the fourth quarter. Things just kind of opened up for Leuzinger. Once Hawthorne got out of that zone and went man-to-man, Leuzinger started getting some buckets, and then all of a sudden, the ball's going in the hole. They started to play defense a little bit more aggressively, a little bit more intense on the defensive side of the basketball, getting some steals and some runouts, taking them the other way. Well, that's it for the Olympians. From now, they head into league play. They'll start league next week at PV. As for Hawthorne, one more non-league game tomorrow before they open up league play against Beverly Hills. And, of course, guys, we'll see you next week at Lawndale. The Fighting Eagles of El Segundo taking on the Cardinals. Doubleheader, girls action for you guys as well. In the meantime, bon appetit. Happy birthday, Eric.
All right, happy birthday indeed to Eric Campos. And are we ready for the player of the game and the tip of the hat?
I got a couple of choices. I mean, if you want to talk about them.
Okay.
First of all, let's do by mutual agreement or whatever your choice.
It's never by mutual agreement. It's all on you.
No, I mean, who do you think should be the player of the game?
Well, there's Devon Abner was just all over the place. I mean, Ricky Bryant was for the Hawthorne Cougars, but Devon Abner with 22 points, I believe, is our player of the game. And
well, that's a consensus pick. You agree? I agree with you. You agree with me. So, a consensus pick for player of the game is number 0, Devon Abner.
That's right. And let's go to center court and meet him.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with Devon Abner. Devon, how do you feel about that win tonight?
It's good to get a win. Been a while, you know.
I saw you were just telling Rashawn how you hurt your ankle towards the end of the game. Does it feel a little bit better right now?
Oh, yeah. It's nothing but a little twist. I'll be good.
What do you think Hawthorne tried to do to stop you guys tonight that you guys prevailed and made it so easy for you?
Oh, they pressured the ball pretty well at first, but then once the beginning game jitters went away, we kind of pulled away towards end of the third quarter. So, you know, yeah.
Are you feeling confident going into league play?
Oh, yeah, I feel confident. I feel like we just need to tighten things up a little more on defense, and we'll be good.
There you go. Good luck tonight. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sebastian Spencer. So that's Devon Abner, our player of the game, with 22 points. And unofficially, I had him down for 3 rebounds and 2 block shots, but I know that he had more than 3 rebounds. But, yeah. Hang on a second. We got to try this out here.
That's pretty good stuff. You know what? I'm going to add another person to my tip of the hat for that kind gesture, since he was considerate enough to think about it. All right.
Eddie Campos. And Candy Van Hook, who brought us some of the cake, too.
And Chad Young, Mr. Campos, do it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, since it's a city game, let me do tip of the hat first to the team that came up short. For my money, and I know you mentioned that Markel Gray had 3 triples in the fourth quarter. One of them was when the game was no longer in doubt. I mean, Leuzinger clearly was going to win. I thought the guy that did a lot of hard work for the Cougars tonight was Ricky Bryant.
Absolutely.
Okay? And so Ricky Bryant on the Hawthorne side, here's a tip of the hat to you, my friend. You're a tip of the hat award winner. Over on the Leuzinger side, got two guys. The first one that comes to mind is Tyrone Edwards. Now, I know that's a surprise because people thought I was going to say Stale. And Stale had a great game. Can't take nothing away from him. But I thought Tyrone Edwards did a lot of the dirty work and stuff. Came up with some big defensive plays and just those little things that make a difference, that stretch that lead. So Tyrone Edwards is my tip of the hat guy. That's one of 2, okay?
Can't argue with that at all.
Hey, why not for the birthday boy himself, Eric Campos, who also was kind enough when nobody else on the CityTV crew thought about us.
That's right.
All right?
We're always
Campos,
the last.
Guy's got to play a basketball game. Then he's got to come out and serve the announcer some of his birthday cake.
That's right.
Okay? So, Eric Campos, my friend, you are also a tip of the hat award winner for tonight.
That's right. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up here from Lou House. Whose house?
Lou House.
All righty. For our final score. Well, first I want to tell you the final score from Lou House. And for Rufus Washington and Gideon DeLeu, Sebastian Spencer, Rashawn Haylock, the male model, and the CityTV crew, led by Tom Strickfaden, the award-winning Tom Strickfaden, by the way. Our final score here: the Leuzinger Olympians are victorious over the Hawthorne Cougars, 60-51. Until next week at Lawndale against El Segundo, so long.